It's a beautiful day. I wish I was outside.
How long have you been working in the record store?
3 years.
Probably order it.
Yeah.
I know it's a man, but I know we don't have it.
Why are you working in the record store?
I just kind of fell into it. A lot of my friends work here, and a general love of music, you know. And
Is that the album or
I don't know. It's funny because I'm not using any of my college education. But I think if I wasn't a musician, I wouldn't be doing this, you know. But since I'm a musician, and I can kind of fall back on that and say, oh, well, I'm not really a record store clerk for the rest of my life. I'm a musician, you know, so it helps. This job lets me get time off whenever I want, whenever I tour. Everybody works here as a musician. You got Jeffrey, who's back there from Velvet Crush. You got, like, the guys from Small Factory worked here. It's just, there's so many people in bands that work here. It's perfect. I work in a video store, too.
It's Ralph Goodrow, and this is Acme Video here. This is the store that I run with my friend Jim. We started about 3 years ago, and you know, where Jason fits in is he's kind of an old friend of ours, and in the early days here, he helped us out pretty often. You know, if we had like a spot to fill, or if we had some available hours, Jason would come in. And since then, he's been working here pretty steadily, part-time, and I think he adds a lot to the place. You know, it's been pretty fun having him around. He's very good with the customers. He's just, totally friendly guy, totally upbeat, and even though music is mostly his specialty, he's totally into movies too.
So as far as the CD goes, and the pressing and printing, there was a huge headache once the manager, or I think it was the guy from the label, he went away, and all of a sudden things started falling apart. There was an artist in between me and the production facility that worked with the record company, and they took all my stuff and sort of converted it, did whatever he thought he needed to do, and in the process things got really messed up. If you look inside here, just small little things at first, just the credits right there, I definitely did not want my name that big, like right on top of the picture. I had it really small in little black lettering right in the corner. And when you take this out, if you look in here, it's a big jumbled mess, and the bottom's all cropped. And if you're able to read this stuff, like I don't know if you can zoom in on this little section right here, but there's stuff duplicated right next to each other. It says the same thing twice, and it happens a bunch of times in there. I don't know what was going on, but he laid out the text totally differently, and even though we told him to specifically leave white border around everything, he went and cropped it in and did it crooked.
No, I've been playing upright now for about a little over 3 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'd say about 3 years now. Like I said, when we first started playing, I was thinking, I told him that I was getting an upright, but it was just me and Johnny practicing in his room. This is before I even knew Jason, and I'd bring my jazz bass down, and Johnny had a Gretsch amp with 2 inputs, so I'd plug the bass in with his guitar. We just run through some stuff, and then I just bought the upright. And they were like, great, and then we started playing.
Well, you were playing mean, man. You were fucking leaning into the crowd. Yeah, I love when he does that.
You're looking tough, Jack. You're very sexy.
You're very sexy.
Do you have any comments about the rubber recording you show?
I liked it.
Uh-huh.
I had a lot of fun. I think that the second band kind of gave us a little bit of a runaround, but I don't know, maybe they didn't know anything about that. It could have just been an all management thing. That band could have, for all I know, they may have not known anything about us wanting to play second and us being told that we could play second. But no, that's beside the point. The point is the show went well. We played well. A lot of people were there to see us.
Oh, yeah.
And no, it worked out fine because, we told people we were going on around 10, And we went on around 10. No, we'll just, well, what are they gonna do? Force us up there?
Yeah.
And if anything, they're just gonna have to force us. We're going on at 10. It's just that simple. And if they try to force it on, fuck them. What are they gonna do? They're gonna yell and scream. What are they gonna do?
What do you think about like new music? I don't know. Stuff coming out today on the radio mainly.
It's mostly crap, I think, but you know, the whole electronica thing bores me. I mean, some of it's okay, you know, but it's mostly all payola. You know, it's all bands that get on the radio these days are just they're on the radio because they have enough money to get on the radio. They have someone behind them, a major label behind them, you know, greasing palms the whole way. To me, it's crap.
Ask me a question and I'll answer it. I'll answer it. Like hell, I'll answer it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Tell me about your job here at the station. For starters.
Alright, my job here at the station. I do a jazz show. It's called It's About That Time. And it airs every Tuesday morning from 6 a.m. until 9 a.m. And I'd like someday to see a commercial station that has that kind of power too, that can tell the record companies, you know, forget it. If you're not going to send us stuff, we've got our own little account here. We've got advertisers pouring money into us, and we can buy the CDs.
Well, that's what our generation is going to have to do then.
Yes, we have to grab the airwaves by the gut and squeeze and say, this is what needs to be done.
How you doing? You're listening to 90.3 WRIU in Kingston. This is Power Maniacs, Politicians, and Mike Brady. You just heard Shocker by the Toasters. Before that, you heard I Love You by Isaac B. and the Scholars. That was going out to Jen Brady. Dave and Mary by the Hot Knives. Hopelessness by the Checkered Calves. And we started that off with Do the Devil by the Amazing Royal Crowns. Now the Royal Crowns are just coming back from a big tour of most of the United States, sort of Texas and Florida. And tomorrow night they'll be playing the Modern Primitive Bash, of course, with Scooby and the Epitones and Mephistopheles. Played a song earlier, and here is another request for the Royal Crowns. It's not really ska, it's rockabilly, but it is the Royal Crowns, so the amazing Royal Crowns. So here is Scene of the Crime by the amazing Royal Crowns.
Down. Let's go wake up Darren.